It's funny how powerful events like the earth shaking and one of the biggest earthquakes of recorded history happens, and there's hardly any information coming out about it. And that's why I'm talking today is I haven't been putting out enough information about all of the earthquaking big projects and events that I am involved in. And one of them is a multi-author book called Modern-Day High Priestess. And it is about reclaiming your ancient authority and becoming the spiritual leader that you've always known that you are. And I see some people live already. So I would love to say hello in the comments, get the comments going. And if you have been feeling a powerful shift within your physical body, inside your embodied energy lately, and maybe you even notice this earthquake that's happened recently, is something you feel connected to. I feel connected to the earth because I do a earth-based meditation every Tuesday and Friday morning with my live group. And I've been working with the earth as a healer and an ally for many, many years, potentially many lifetimes. And part of my chapter is going to be about my story and working with the earth as a healer, as a medicine, as a resource, as a support system, as a powerful ally, as one of the most prosperous, powerful allies in the world. And whenever she shakes and roars and puts her power into the world, I take notice. So just let me know in the comments if that's something you notice too, whenever the earth is speaking to us. And I want to talk about being an author and a writer. And let me know in the comments as well if any of you are authors or writers or want to be an author or a writer. And what has stopped you? Like, if you want to, what has stopped you? And for me, I started writing when I was 21 years old, like really writing and I have actually like journal after journal and journal of writing that I started back when I was in my 20s, because I was documenting everything that was going on in my life because it was really significant. And I just had this call. And I even remember back when I was in elementary school, writing was hard for me because for some reason I missed out on learning some of the things around writing. That's another story, but it was a little bit planted in me that I wasn't a good writer. And when I was in my 20s, I really, started writing and practicing. And that's what I know makes you a better writer, is writing daily and practicing and telling your story. And so what does it mean to experience a physical initiation into your purpose? Part of this book, multi-author book, Modern-Day High Priestess, has been a physical initiation, like an initiation in embodiment, in coming into the priestess energy, the divine feminine energy, the earth energy, even more, and stepping into leadership that has traditionally been thought of as, well, witchcraft or dangerous, woo-woo, or other things that are lies. And because our words, our stories as women leaders is powerful, and it can be super mysterious, and it can be even scary for us. And what I've found through connecting and creating this project, which was a divine hit, like a strike of lightning coming in that would not quit coming through until I reached out to the publisher, Melissa Keenan of Heart Open Publishing. And thanks, Connie. I hear you. I see you now. And you started writing. Yes, yes. But you need to set aside uninterrupted time to do it. Yeah, Connie's just putting up I'm going to put a post or comment here about writing as well. And it really is a full body experience when you do write. I have a solo book as well, and I've been in writing retreats. And the story comes through when you set on your calendar like the time to write your story. And it really is like a frequency channeling through you. And you don't even you don't worry about grammar or words or anything right at that time. You just let it flow, and then you tweak it later. You get it edited later, soon later. Not Don't wait too long afterwards. But so it's really a physical initiation is what I've come to know writing as. And because you're writing a sacred story, a story that is you, it carries healing codes. And it's coming through you because it's meant to be told. And there is somebody who's been praying for help or is feeling hopeless or doesn't know how to get out of a stuck situation that you found a way out of, or that your story tells a journey through. And that person is waiting for that prayer, that story, that information to come to them so that they can make their next step. And so that's how divine action and the divine feminine frequency works. One of the ways that it works is through us, through us. There is no other way. Like, we are carriers of the divine feminine, and it has to come through us and through our connections and collaborations and experiences together. Because one person alone is pretty, it needs to touch other people to have an impact. And Melissa really believes, the publisher, that each of our story has a healing code. And if we don't let that code come through, it doesn't get transmitted. It just stays stagnant or unproduced. And one of the authors, Kelsey, I was talking to, I interviewed her a few weeks ago, which you can check out on my YouTube channel for the replay, is she, felt the healing coming through her own story as it came through. So like, she was healing in her own story while she wrote it. And she also came up with a whole new program to offer. So it was very inspiring as she downloaded her chapter and is in process of currently creating it right now. And I know from my own writing, I'm working on my solo book, the healing that I had through that book and that story is uncomparable. So it's interesting how writing, which comes out of us, can come back to us to really heal us. So even if you were to just write your own chapter, the healing you'll receive is very powerful. And your story is just waiting to be told. And you might think that your story is not ready to be told. I've talked to a few women who've been interested in the book, and they're not sure that their story is ready to be told yet. And I say, yes, it is. Yes, it is, because there's more than one story in you. You have many, many stories in you, and potentially many, many chapters in different multi-author books, or many solo books as well. So writing in a multi-author book, I have found, has complemented my ability to write my solo book as well, and learn all of the different skills in marketing, plus grow my community to when I launch these two books, right? Because you need a little bit of support. Well, not just a little. You need support to launch something big into the world, especially a healing code, and especially something that you're interested in making an impact with. And I was touching on it earlier, why I started the Modern-Day High Priestess book was because I got this download. And I kind of nowadays follow orders and trust that I'm being told the right thing. And since I started following, my intuition 95% of the time, things have been coming together even better. And this book is one of those things. It's one of those collaborations that is bringing together 25 women who are resonating with the same frequency. We're matching. There's no competition because we're all standing in our power and in alignment of that power. And sure, there might be some differences or, disagreements, but because we're all aligned with the same mission, the same purpose with this book, which is to reclaim our ancient spiritual power and step into true leadership as divine feminine leaders, it's activating an initiation within us as well to step up and rise above any jealousy, any old sister wounds, any old things and patterns that are really competitive. Because the divine feminine frequency is what I've been learning through birthing this book into reality, into creation, into form, is the divine feminine is all about prosperity consciousness. It is all about collaboration. It's all about growing something bigger than ourselves together and working together and having fun together. And with this book, we also have a monthly call that supports the marketing of the book and the writing of the book. But we also integrated like a little bit of ceremony into this monthly call. We ended up having, coincidentally, our call was on the Mary Magdalene's feast day last week, I think. And it really brought in this potent sacred energy into the circle and left us feeling really held. And that's another benefit of this container, is being held in a resonant community that is speaking the same language. And you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to, sell yourself. It's kind of like a mastermind and a really resonant networking group so that we can all grow together. And one thing that I've heard that keeps women from saying yes is to being in this collaboration is the investment, and potentially also not resonating with the word priestess. And I'd like to ask you, in the comments here, like, what is it? Is there something scary about that word? And maybe that's an indication that there's something there for you even. Because I find that when you're scared of something, it's because it's close to your heart. And it's something you can move towards. I know that when I first started this project, I was a little scared. And as I continued to work through all of those fears that were scaring me about that word, priestess, and even the word shaman, or any word that is a powerful word that is going to move me forward in my impact, in my purpose, I kept, here's my assistant, I kept moving towards it and working through those layers that were coming up for me. And I had guides helping me and support systems. And within this book alone, I had the publisher and the editor and also the other women in the book that had signed up to help me move through any fears around this sacred collaboration, which can be a little bit scary. And then also, money, the investment. Sometimes it is difficult to come up with an investment that, you're not sure if it's going to pay off, or you've tried something like this before. And what I have to say about that is there is a ripple effect of prosperity in this type of collaboration. And it's going to be more than financial. It's going to be people, places, opportunities, speaking opportunities, visibility opportunities, credibility opportunities like bestseller status. And there'll be people out there that say you don't need this, just like you don't need a website or whatever. But it's also a community where, we're all working in a realm where we have like clients who are like-minded. And so there's benefits and opportunities for us to circle out and create a bigger impact overall together. And there is an investment to be in this project because we do have, the publishing costs, we do have editor costs, developmental editor costs, and marketing costs, and we are putting money into marketing this book so that it does get seen by lots of people on Amazon. And we're putting together a book launch party, which will come around. The digital copy will come around November, and then we'll do another launch for the print copy about 3 months later. And we'll be marketing the book for a whole year. So it's a whole year of direct visibility. And I also have some secret visibility things in the back burner where we can do some joint collaborations to really expand the awareness about this book, because there is the healing codes that are wanting to get out. And those healing codes are coming through me, coming through the authors, coming through this book, and the book is guiding us. And it's really fun. It's really fun. Another thing that we've really opened up is we're looking for women from different cultures and Indigenous backgrounds, and even the neurodivergent, or, women over 70, people who we want to fill out the color of this book. We want to have as many voices and modalities and healing tools and stories, different stories through this book, so that it really is a well-rounded message coming through. It's a well-rounded message. It's not just, a whole bunch of the same stories. It's a whole bunch of different stories, because there are so many different ways that the divine feminine is speaking through women. And so we have a partial scholarship program for 6 women to come into this book. And it's really a significant reduction in the price to get in. So if that speaks to you and you're from a marginalized community, reach out to myself and we can talk about the opportunity to get into this book. And even if you don't think you qualify for a partial scholarship, reach out to me anyway, because you never know. You never know if you qualify. And visibility is a sacred portal to prosperity. And your story is sacred, and it is meant to be shared because just because. And so I'd love to, send me a DM if this really resonates with you. I'd love to talk to you more. I'm just looking at my notes. The way to join is to reach out to myself or Melissa or any of the other authors in this book and get connected and ask some more questions about getting in on the book. And then eventually we'll just have a call to see if this is something that you're aligning with and you align with this message. And it's really a gift for me to be able to come and share this with you right now and offer this medicine to the world in a different realm, in a different way, through a multi-author book. So thank you so much for listening today. I really appreciate every time you come live and everybody who watches the replays. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to help me grow my YouTube channel or the Facebook algorithm into the world to expand reach, and connect with me because we might have other ways to collaborate as well. So have a wonderful day.